Let's talk about your roof. It's easily one of the most expensive parts of your entire home to replace. But what if I told you there are a few simple things you can do to put that off for years? In this explainer, we're going to break down 4 simple maintenance tips that could literally save you thousands of dollars.
You know that feeling, right? The dread when you get a knock on the door and it's a roofer telling you the bad news. It can feel like you're cornered, but you actually have way more options than you might think. Sometimes, yeah, a new roof is the only answer, but a lot of the time, it's really not.
And the stakes here are just massive. A full roof replacement isn't a small repair. We're talking $20,000, $30,000, sometimes even more. That's a huge financial hit that, let's be honest, most of us are not ready for.
But what if you could push that enormous expense way, way down the road for maybe $100 in preventative maintenance? The difference between being proactive and having to react to a disaster is just staggering.
And it's not just about the money. Think about this. Every single year, tons and tons of old asphalt shingles get ripped off roofs and dumped straight into landfills. A lot of the time, they had years of life left in them. So, extending your roof's lifespan, it's great for your wallet for sure, but it's also a whole lot better for the planet.
Okay, let's dive right into our first tip. It's probably the simplest one on the list, and it's all about catching a small problem before it becomes a catastrophe. So, first things first, you gotta understand how your roof actually works. It's not like a submarine hatch that's completely waterproof. Nope, it's a water shedding system. See, each shingle is sealed to the one below it, and that creates this perfect downhill path for rain to just roll right off. The second one of those seals breaks, the whole system's in trouble.
And the fix for a broken seal is unbelievably simple. If you're outside and you see a shingle flapping in the wind, don't just ignore it. You can go to any hardware store, spend $10 or $20 on a tube of roof cement, put a few dabs under that loose shingle, and just press it back down. Seriously, that's it. That tiny little fix stops the wind from ripping the shingle off completely and letting water pour into your house.
All right, for our next tip, we're actually going to head off the roof and go inside into a space that most people totally ignore but is absolutely critical for your roof's health, the attic.
On a really hot summer day, your attic can get so incredibly hot that it's basically baking your roof's plywood and shingles from the inside out. For about $20, you can get a little temperature gauge and just check. If it's crazy hot up there, chances are your vents are clogged. You need good airflow. Cool air coming in through intake vents and hot air getting pushed out through exhaust vents. It's that simple.
And the big takeaway here is that proper attic ventilation isn't just about making your house more comfortable. It's about survival for your roof. Letting your attic breathe reduces all that heat stress on the shingles and the wood, and that can add years, I mean years, to its life.
Now let's talk about the weakest links in any roof system. Leaks almost never start in the big open field of shingles. They start where something pokes through the roof.
Just think about all the stuff that has to come through your roof, right? You've got plumbing pipes, the chimney, maybe some gas lines or vents. All of those spots are sealed with rubber boots or metal flashing. And here's the thing, that sealing material often dries out and cracks long before your actual shingles start to fail. And this right here is the perfect example of what we're talking about. You can spot a cracked seal just by looking, and a $10 tube of the right sealant can fix it in minutes, preventing a leak that could easily cause thousands and thousands of dollars in water damage. It's a no-brainer. Okay, our final tip is all about being proactive, about actually improving the condition of the shingles you already have, making them look better and last a whole lot longer. You've seen those ugly black streaks on roofs, right? Well, that's algae. And the key is you have to clean it the right way. Please, whatever you do, never ever let someone take a pressure washer to your asphalt roof. It just rips the protective granules right off the shingles and can even void your warranty. The proper way is a gentle soft wash, using solutions specifically designed to kill the algae without hurting the roof. But you can even take it a step further. This is where it gets really cool. As shingles get older, they get dry and brittle. But there are these rejuvenation products now that can soak into the asphalt and reintroduce those essential oils, making them flexible again. A process like this can add 5, 10, even more years to your roof's life for about 30% of what a full replacement would cost. It is an absolute game changer.
So let's bring this all together. What does this all mean for you? How do you protect the biggest investment you have without completely breaking the bank?
Look, doing these little maintenance checks, it is your responsibility as a homeowner. But you know what? It's also your opportunity. It's your power. By being proactive, you take control. You turn what could be a massive, terrifying, unexpected bill into just another manageable part of owning a home.
So I'll leave you with a question. Your home is your biggest investment. So what's one small thing you're going to check this weekend? Are you going to look for a flapping shingle? Are you going to pop your head in the attic and check the vents? That one little action might just be the thing that saves you thousands of dollars down the road.